Alright, let's have a little chat. How have you managed to adult this long, navigating things like taxes and remembering to buy toilet paper without knowing this one basic fact about your own body? Today, I'll explain what's going on when you have a fever to you like you're 5 years old. And by the end of this, you'll understand exactly why your body decides to cosplay as a furnace, why you feel cold when you're hot, and why sweating buckets onto your sheets is actually a victory lap. First, you need to understand that your body is incredibly smart. I mean, way smarter than you are when you try to assemble furniture without looking at the instructions. Deep inside your brain, there's a special little boss that acts like a thermostat for your whole body. We'll call it the body's thermostat. And its one and only job is to keep your temperature right around 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, or 37 degrees Celsius for the rest of the world. This isn't a random number. It's the perfect, cozy, not too hot, not too cold temperature where all your parts work best. Your heart chugs along happily, your stomach digests that questionable late-night burrito, and your brain cells can actually form a coherent thought. Everything is in a happy place. And this is your body's default setting. It's the home screen. Life is good. But then disaster strikes. Uninvited guests show up. We'll call them the icky germs. And these can be viruses or bacteria, but for our purposes, they're just tiny invisible burglars. They get into your body through your mouth or nose, maybe because you touched a door handle someone else sneezed on and then immediately rubbed your eyes. These icky germs have one mission in life: to make more of themselves, and they want to turn your body into their own personal copy machine. They find a nice, comfy cell and start setting up shop, making millions of little baby germs. And this is what we call getting sick. It's an invasion. It's a hostile takeover of your internal real estate. They are the worst kind of tenants. They don't pay rent, they throw wild parties, and they try to burn the whole building down. Luckily though, your body's not a cheap apartment complex with an absent landlord. Your body has a highly trained, super elite security force. We'll call them super soldiers. These are your white blood cells, and they are constantly patrolling every inch of your body, cruising through your bloodstream like microscopic police cars on the highway. Their entire existence is dedicated to finding things that don't belong and destroying them. They're the bouncers at the very exclusive club that is your body, and the icky germs don't have their names on the list. So, one of your super soldiers is on its usual patrol, humming a little tune, when it bumps into one of these icky germs. It stops, it checks its clipboard, and it says, "Hey, you're not from around here." A fight breaks out, but one super soldier against millions of germs isn't really a fair fight. So the super soldier needs some backup. It needs to sound the alarm. It needs to let the entire body know that there is a serious problem happening in aisle 4. And how does it do that? Well, it can't exactly scream. Instead, the super soldier releases special chemicals that act like emergency flare guns. These are tiny little messages that shoot through your bloodstream straight to the main headquarters, your brain. Specifically, they travel to that body's thermostat we talked about earlier. The flares arrive at the thermostat's office door, delivering a frantic message that says, "Code Red, invasion in progress. We are being overrun by icky germs. Permission to go scorched earth." The body's thermostat reads this message and understands the situation perfectly. It knows that these icky germs are weaklings. I mean, they're lazy. They love the comfy, normal 98.6 degree temperature. It's their ideal vacation spot. They are very, very bad at making copies of themselves when it gets too hot, and the heat messes up their machinery. It's like trying to build a delicate sandcastle during a hurricane. They get sluggish, they get confused, and their whole operation grinds to a halt. But your super soldiers? Oh, they love the heat. A hotter body makes them faster, stronger, and meaner. It's like giving them a super caffeinated energy drink. They zip around the body with more purpose, they fight harder, and they can call in reinforcements more quickly. The heat supercharges your entire defense system. So, the body's thermostat, being the brilliant strategist that it is, makes a command decision. It says, "Okay team, we're no longer a cozy 98.6 degrees. The new official body temperature is 102. Let's cook these burglars out." It walks over to the temperature dial and cranks it way, way up. And that, my friend, is a fever. A fever is not the sickness itself. The fever is your body turning on its secret weapon. It's your body intentionally turning itself into an oven to bake the bad guys into oblivion. It's a signal that your super soldiers are putting up one heck of a fight. It's a good thing. It's war. Now, this is where it gets weird, and this is the part that confuses every adult on the planet. Your thermostat is now set to 102 degrees, but your body is still at 98.6. According to your brain's new rules, you are currently 4 degrees too cold. So your brain starts freaking out. It sends signals to your body saying, "Why are we so cold? We need to warm up right now. It's freezing in here." So, What does your body do to warm up? Well, first it makes you shiver. That uncomfortable shaking and teeth chattering is not a sign of weakness. It's your muscles contracting and vibrating like crazy to generate heat. It's your body's internal power-up sequence. Every little shake is creating friction and warmth, pushing your temperature up, degree by painful degree. And second, your brain makes you feel miserably bone-chillingly cold. And this is a trick. It's a clever bit of psychological warfare to get you, the big clumsy oaf who's in control of the blankets, to help out. You feel cold, so you crawl under a mountain of quilts and blankets and put on a wool hat. You're helping your body trap all that heat that it's generating. You're helping it reach that new target of 102 degrees. So when you're shivering under a pile of blankets, no, you're not dying. You're actually leveling up. You're helping your super soldiers get the battlefield ready. You feel cold because, compared to the new hot setting your body's on, you are. It's like being in a 70-degree room when the thermostat is suddenly set to 100. You'd feel pretty chilly. This whole miserable process continues until your body temperature finally reaches the new set point. Once you hit 102, the shivering usually stops. You just feel hot and awful like you're trapped in a swamp. And this is the main phase of the battle. Your body is a hot, hostile environment for icky germs and a supercharged playground for your super soldiers. The war is raging, and for hours, or maybe even a day or two, your body stays hot while the good guys systematically hunt down and destroy the bad guys. It's a microscopic action movie happening inside of you, and the fever is the soundtrack. Then, finally the tide turns. The super soldiers have won, they've rounded up the last of the icky germs, cleaned up the mess, and secured the perimeter. The war is officially over, and they no longer need the battlefield to be a furnace. So, they stop sending those emergency flare gun signals to the brain. The stream of code red messages dries up. The body's thermostat in your brain notes the silence, and it says, peace and quiet. Looks like the team handled it. Excellent work, everyone. It decides that the emergency is over, and it's time to return to a normal operating procedure. It walks back over to the temperature dial and turns it from 102 all the way back down to the good old comfortable 98.6 degrees. But wait, your body is still at 102. Now, according to your brain's new normal setting, you're now ridiculously, dangerously hot. Your brain starts panicking again, but in the opposite direction. It sends out a new set of emergency signals. Mayday, mayday, we're overheating. Initiate cooldown sequence immediately. It's a sauna in here. But how does your body cool itself down in such a hurry? Well, it turns on the sprinklers. You start to sweat. A lot. Your skin is covered in tiny little vents called pores, and your body pushes water through them. This water, the sweat, sits on your skin. The heat from your body causes the sweat to evaporate, and as it turns from a liquid to a gas, it takes a ton of your body heat with it. It's your own personal air conditioning system, and it is incredibly effective. This is also why you suddenly feel overwhelmingly hot. You start kicking off those blankets that you piled on earlier, and you want to stick your feet out into the cool air. You feel hot because, compared to the now new normal setting of 98.6 degrees, you are. Your body is desperately trying to get rid of all the extra heat that it worked so hard to build up just a few hours ago. And when your fever breaks and you wake up drenched in sweat, that there is the sign of victory. It means that the war is over and your super soldiers won. The sweating is their celebratory champagne shower, and your bed sheets are the casualty. So, let's put it all together. A fever is not a disease. It's a process. It's a carefully planned military operation orchestrated by your own body. Feeling cold and shivering is your body building its weapon. Feeling hot and gross is the weapon being used, and feeling sweaty and disgusting is your body putting the weapon away. Each step has a purpose. The numbers on the thermometer just tell you what stage of the battle you're in. A small rise means a minor skirmish. A higher temperature means a full-blown war. And of course, a super high fever can be dangerous because, well, even your own body parts can start to get unhappy if it gets too hot for too long. But for the most part, a standard fever is your friend. It's your body's best defense mechanism honed over millions of years. It knows what it's doing, even if you're just lying there feeling sorry for yourself. So, the next time a thermometer beeps and shows a number bigger than you'd like, don't panic. Don't think of it as the sickness getting worse. Think of it as the volume being turned up on your internal army. Your body is fighting for you. The least you can do is understand the game plan. So, let's recap like you're actually 5. Some icky germs snuck into your house. Your security guards, the super soldiers, saw them and shot a flare gun up to your brain. Your brain's thermostat turned up the heat to make the house really hot and uncomfortable for the germs, which made you shiver to get warmer. And once the super soldiers won the fight, the thermostat turned the heat back down and your body turned on the sprinklers and started sweating to cool the house down again. See? You get it now. The fever isn't some monster hiding under your bed. It's your body putting on its superhero cape and getting to work. You're not just sick. You're the headquarters for an epic battle, and you're winning. Alright, go take a nap and drink some water. You've earned it.